Let's face it, most AI hardware is a scam. Most of the time, it's usually just a $200 plastic box that acts as a middleman for an app that should have been free. So when I saw that Umevo Note Plus promised that there's no subscriptions and better tech than the market leaders, naturally, I didn't believe it. Today, I'm putting my own data on the line to see if local intelligence is actually secure or just marketing fluff. If the 99% accuracy claim holds up in a loud, chaotic environment, and if the math actually checks out, because they claim that this little thing is going to save you $388 compared to its rival, Plod. For those of you new to the channel, I'm Anton, a power engineer, industrial mechanic, and a Red Seal electrician. We cover all kinds of products and topics in an approachable way for the average everyday person. I'm glad you found us. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. Let's get one thing right out of the way. I don't know if I need a Note AI voice recorder. I mean, when I first looked at one of these, I wondered, are we back in like 2005 when everyone was running around with just a voice recorder? I mean, that's really all this is, with a little extra AI slapped on top. So there are definitely use cases where something like this might be usable to you, and that's why I want to check this thing out, just to see how it functions as a product that it says right now. One thing that I'm going to say right off the bat, products like these we've seen in the past, and many times they say, it does only this right now, but it's going to do so much more in the future. So the real test is, what can it do now? We're not going to get caught up on what will it do in the future. This is going to be tested against what it does right now, right out of the box. So the first thing we got to do is open this up because I just got this and I haven't checked it out at all. We're going to explore it together. Now, first off, this thing is tiny. It's about 0.11 pounds. It's super thin and it feels almost like a credit card. It's quite sturdy though. Like, I'm not applying a lot of force, but I can't bend it. It's not gonna break or anything accidentally. So I'm not super worried that it's gonna snap inside my pocket, but it's not even designed to go in your pocket like this. It is surprisingly dense though. It's got 64 gigabytes of storage built inside, which will handle months of recorded audio. But the hardware is only half the story. And here's where I got suspicious. You see, the brand says that you're going to save about $388 because there's no subscription for the first year. The other guys, specifically Plod, they charge you every single month from the start just to access the AI you already bought the hardware for. But what happens after the first year? What good is free for the first year if you have to pay starting in year 2? We will deep dive into that shortly, but first we need to understand the tech that drives this thing. Now, they call this thing a black box encryption chip. To the average person, that sounds a lot like a movie prop, but technically it's a hardware level privacy gate. Instead of sending your raw voice to the cloud where hackers and companies can scrape it, it processes the core data on the device. The AI is built in.
They're in the computer.
They're in the computer? In the computer. It's so simple.
So if this actually works, it's a win for privacy because local AI, it usually sucks at transcription. Can a card that's this thin run a ChatGPT powered engine without hallucinating? Well, we're about to find out. Now, I've loaded up one of my favorite YouTubers who is engaged in a 3-person conversation. We're going to see if this thing can transcribe clips from that 3-person conversation. Now, traditional devices are usually going to have about a 40% error rate, but Umevo claims that it's going to be under 3%. So let's have a look at the transcript that was generated from that podcast that we just watched. The first thing we need to do is install the app, and it does want me to create a login. So we're going to do that. Okay, there we are. So now it's asking us to connect our DVI, our Yeah, okay. Nickname, Gears and Tech. Okay, it's really that simple. It's all connected. So now I'm going to load up my video. So we're going to hit record on here. There's a little button on the side here, and it says it is recording now. And then we can just hit play. Okay, it is now recording. And the app is actually confirming that it's recording. Get this playing.
Curious if you guys have some of that at all, or if your families, your friends, everyone is supportive, or is there any sort of feeling of like people looking at you like you're crazy?
Okay, that is it. So I'm going to save that. Okay, so I watched my favorite YouTuber. I've saved the recording, and now, and then I'll say, give me a summary. Okay, so this is interesting. So I have different GPT models. So this goes up to ChatGPT 5, but I've also got Gemini, and yeah, that's great. Now, personally, I use Gemini, so I'm going to tell it to use Gemini. So I'm telling it that it was English USA, and we're going to say generate immediately. So now it is going through what I recorded, and it's transcribing it. So this is going to turn it into a spoken script. Now, one of the things that I think I'm going to use this for is more as a meeting minute tool. Now, I know there are meeting minute tools out there that you can have join a Zoom call or have join a Teams call, but these will do live meeting minutes that aren't online, so in person, as well as just general conversations. So it gives you a good opportunity. Now, if you're on speakerphone or something while it's recording, and I was curious, is this using the phone microphone or is there a microphone on this? And it looks like there's two little microphone holes in the top there. And I think that this is pretty standalone. So I can take this with me, shove it in my front pocket, tap the little button on here, start recording, and then when I'm close to my phone, the phone is going to power a lot of the stuff through the app. I'm not sure if the chip is on here. I know they say it is, and so it should be. It's chugging away at transcribing this track. Where's the summary? Wow.
What?
Looking at this, I'm seeing this for the first time. I haven't played with this. I'm looking at this. So it is saying, okay, there's speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3. Did it find any other speakers? So I am speaker 1. Now it goes to the video that we just watched, and he's saying, curious if you guys have some of your families or friends. Wow, it is actually pretty good. And then so speaker 3 chimes in. Now, if you notice, speaker 3 spoke with an accent. So it wasn't just straight, clear, nice English. Nothing against his accent, but he did have an accent. This picked up the accent, and it transcribed quite well exactly what he said.
Great. So the reason why I take therapy is because of my relatives and all.
Okay,
Because of not my parents. My parents are fully supportive of it, and I have an elder brother who is doing really good, who is a super successful entrepreneur. So that has made my life easier as a younger sibling.
There's one mistake that I do see. It says, so the reason why I think is because of my electors and all because of my parents. He did not say electors. He said relatives, my relatives. So they did not pick up that accent. But again, we're shooting for 99% accuracy here. So, I mean, yeah, electors, does that change kind of what he's saying? A little bit, but it's not the end of the world. But the relatives part, so it did catch relatives the second time. And then I'm going to explain this is not real right now. I think it kind of changes a lot. Okay, yeah. Like, so they were cutting each other off and kind of having a dialogue where there's two speakers, and it captured all of that and filtered out everything. That's perfect. Now, I kind of hate to admit it, but that's pretty clean. It handled the different voices, it handled the styles, and it even handled the accents quite well. It handled a multi-person scene without missing a beat. But wait, what happens after that first free year that we talked about? Brands love to give you a taste and then pull that back and lock your data behind a paywall. So I dug into the FAQ to see if they're pulling a fast one on us. Now here's the deal. Even after 1 year, you still own the hardware and the local storage. You aren't renting your memory. For a student or a lawyer, dealing with hypersensitive stuff, not having the $388 annual bill over your head is a massive relief. It turns out, once your first year is up, you still get 400 minutes of transcription free each month. If you go over that amount, you can purchase transcription packs with bulk minutes that are included. Those packs are active for up to 2 years. So you don't have to use them all in that month. You can buy them once, and then as you consume it, then you just buy more as you need it. If you frequently need more minutes and you know it, you can always buy a Pro Pack or a Max plan, which costs up to $6 per month. But it is billed annually, so you need to lock into a plan once you know what plan you need and pay all up front for that 1 full year. Now, the Gears and Tech top tip is start with that free plan. Get a good idea how much extra minutes you're needing to buy before you lock in for that full year plan, because it can be a lot of money up front that you weren't expecting. Now, the other neat thing is when I bought this, it came with this little wallet holder thingy. And so this card slips into here, and then this has a MagSafe attachment on it. Now I have a MagSafe case, but for me, I actually have a little chop out here, so it doesn't want to stick very well because my camera is so big. But most of you guys are going to be able to stick this to the back of your phone with this MagSafe design like that, and it will just, it's there all the time. Now, if you don't need this to be in the mag case, and look at this, it's got, oh wow, okay, it's got a little hole there for the charger, so we can go like this and get the charger without having to take it out of this case and charge it up when we need to. But it's also got a little thumb thing here so we can slide this out because it's hard to get out otherwise. And then you can use this as a credit card holder as well if you want. You can throw a couple cards in there, and I mean, they'd fall out unless you got 2 or 3 in there, but it does add a little extra utility. Now, if you don't want to use this guy, it did come with this as well, which is a sticky magnet. Oh, no, it's not. That's not what it is. Look, I'm steering you guys wrong. This is actually, if your phone doesn't have a MagSafe case, then you can stick this onto your phone, and then this will stick to it. So it gives it something to stick to, like that, with having to buy a case. So for me, I might stick this on my case that I do like to turn it into a MagSafe case, and then I can adjust it a little bit better for the spacing because it doesn't have that massive piece sticking out. So there's a lot of extra pieces on here that is quite handy. Now, I do have to say the one downside for this, the charging method, I really do not like having these charging dongles. I hate proprietary cables, because if this dies and I'm on vacation, for example, and I want this thing, especially to transcribe Spanish while I'm in Mexico, if it dies, I need to bring this cord with me. I really would like to see either just wireless charging, which would add a little bit of thickness, I know, or a USB-C port on here. It's thick enough, just about fit a USB-C port on here, and plug it in the bottom. I'd be happy with a little bit more thickness to have a standard cable. We're past the era of proprietary cables and dongles. I'm over that. So if I had to call out one downside, that would be it. Everything else I've seen here seems to be pretty good. Now the question is this skeptic approved? I came in wanting to hate this thing. I really did. But between the 40-hour battery life and the fact that it doesn't try to subscription bleed me to death, it's really hard to argue with. If you know you need something like this, then the Umevo Note Plus is a solid option to consider. If you know you don't need something like this, or you're wondering if you can just use an app on your phone, a lot of those are subscription based too. So for me, I was excited to get a piece of hardware that doesn't add a subscription. I hate subscriptions almost as much as I hate proprietary charging dongles. If you're tired of smart tech that feels like a monthly bill, then you can check the link below. I'll show you guys where I grabbed this thing from. It could be the first AI gadget that I've tried that actually feels like it's on my side. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video, and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.